Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be doing a theory kind of video regarding The Walking Dead Season 9, the second half, and Daryl Dixon possibly taking over as lead of the Hilltop community. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me in the future. Now let's begin. First off, I want to add a little disclaimer here. This is not my theory. I got this theory from another YouTuber, from another YouTube channel, Study the Craft TV. He has his own YouTube channel. I highly recommend checking him out. He's a screenwriter just out of college, and he does a lot of screenwriting videos, explaining a lot of writing techniques and whatever, especially with The Walking Dead. So if you're interested in writing or just The Walking Dead, like writing in general, definitely check out his channel. I really love him. He's one of my new favorite YouTubers, and I just think he's one of the best ones out there, and he's kind of a smaller channel. So definitely, I think you should check him out and give him some love, because I think he definitely deserves it. But on to Daryl, this theory of Daryl taking over as the leader of the Hilltop. Now, for quick disclaimer here, we'll get into tiny spoiler here if you haven't caught up to the Season 8 to Season 9 mid-season finale. But Jesus did die in the finales, for those of you who did not see that episode, and he was the former leader. He was elected. He was kind of the disgruntled leader. He didn't really want it. Now, I know a lot of people online and fan theories are saying that Tara's going to take over as leader. Now, that's possible. Personally, I don't see her as a leadership kind of material. I see her more as the advisor. I think she works best in that area, as well as she's kind of like another like assistant doctor there that we saw in episode 8 as well. Now, you might be thinking, now, why would Daryl become leader? He was on the outside. He was, he didn't even want to be leader of the sanctuary. Now, if you look back, I think they could easily make this Daryl's like goal and his story arc for Season 9. Like I said, he started off this season with Daryl being the leader of the sanctuary, but he was the disgruntled leader of the sanctuary and didn't want it anymore. So if going off of that, they could make his story arc this season where he went from not wanting to be that leader to, by the end of the season, kind of being again that disgruntled leader, and at the end of the season, fully embracing that role as the leader of the Hilltop. Plus, I think it would also put each one of our 3 lead characters in their own community. For those of you who don't know or are wondering, Daryl, Carol, and Michonne are our 3 main lead characters in The Walking Dead right now since the departure of Rick Grimes. So we have 3 main leads. You got Michonne, who's in Alexandria. You got Carol, who's at the Kingdom. And then you can put Daryl as the 3rd lead and the lead actor of the entire show at the Hilltop. He can be the leader there. That way you got a leader at each community, and a main character at each community, and leader in the sorts of each community. I think that works out great. Plus, what do we got at the Hilltop that also works out? You got Henry. If you remember back, Carol asked Daryl to go with Henry to Hilltop to watch over him as he begins his blacksmith training. So again, he has a reason to stay there, and he's got more of a reason to stay there now if he becomes a leader. Now, also, you might be thinking, though, Daryl's not leadership material. He doesn't speak much. He's been on the outs. Yes, but they've definitely done better with Daryl this season. If you look back, especially the first 5 episodes, he had a lot more line delivery. He had a lot more stuff to do. He just got more dialogue in this season, first half of the season alone. On the point of, does he make a qualifying leader? If you look back to Season 4, the first half, he was a highly respected member of the community at the prison. Like, if you go back, I think it's the first episode back of Season 4, he goes out to the courtyard and everybody's saying hi to him. Like, he was highly respected. He was on the council of the prison. He was very, very respected there. So I think he could easily become the new leader of the Hilltop. He's been live around these people for years now. Sure, he was on the outside, but we don't know how long he was out in the wilderness. But like he could easily build a good rapport with the Hilltop people and become a decent to great leader following Jesus' departure. Jesus leaving and dying, leaves a space open at the Hilltop. Yes, like I said, Tara could easily take that place. He was like the advisor. But again, I feel like she just kind of more fits in the advisory role. She doesn't really totally fit in with the whole leadership role, if you want my opinion. Sure, they could do that, but I think that would fit more better, in my opinion, regarding her. Maybe if she was at the Oceanside community. Then again, you got Cindy there. And there's other theories regarding Oceanside, which I'm going to make a video about coming out soon regarding that. So I think that it would work out better, in my opinion, that you got Daryl at the Hilltop to lead that community in the absence of a leader. Like I said, it gives you one leader at each community, and you got each of the communities somewhat connected in a sense now. I think this makes perfect sense, plus his connection with Henry. I feel like the puzzle pieces are almost too well put into place where they can't make Daryl end up being the leader. Again, going back to the whole story arc, each character in each season, they always usually have some kind of story arc they were kind of overcoming and battling in that season. If you remember back to last season, Daryl's was kind of the Dwight situation, where, at the beginning of the season, he was killing every savior, even Morales, and that one guy that surrendered. And then by the end of the season, you got his arc concluded where he let Dwight live. So each season, each character, in a sense, goes for their own arc. Then again, you got season 7 where you got him in the cell. He's kind of at his lowest moment due to him having a part in Gwen's death. And then by the end of the season, you have him back on top, reconciling with Maggie and kind of becoming more out of that deep, depression he was kind of in that season. So each season, he's kind of going through this arc within himself. Each character goes for their own arc. If you go back and look at each character throughout each season, they always have this big arc they're trying to conclude throughout the series. But at the same time, each season they have their own separate little arc that they go through. And I think this season, with Daryl taking on as the lead actor of the show and one of the new leads, his main purpose or goal this season is to overcome his fear or unwantingness of being a leader of a community. So I think that's where they're going with Daryl this season. But I'm curious, what do you think? Do you want Daryl to be the leader of Hilltop? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? So yeah, guys, that's my theory video regarding Daryl Dixon becoming the new leader of the Hilltop community. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me in the future. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.